Lawrence is living in the leafy suburb of Hampstead. He's glad to be reunited with Frida, but feels like a caged coyote. England seems dead and dark, and he feels buried alive under the yellow air and vast inertia. He is so unhappy he would rather be in New York, and I don't like New York either. He goes on to describe England as a tomb, and that it is like being among the dead of one's previous existence. Clearly, the Day of the Dead fiestas he had recently experienced in Mexico were having an impact on him. To make matters worse, he's in bed with a bad cold and hasn't received correspondence from his publisher Thomas Seltzer for over 6 weeks. In September 1922, the case against Seltzer for publishing salacious literature had been dropped, but the dogged Judge John Ford had revived the case in July 1923, and Seltzer was released on bail pending a new trial. He had a lot on his mind. Although Lawrence is concerned, this is not altruism, as he realises if something has gone wrong with him or his business, that would dish me in another direction. He saves all of his warmth for Mabel Dodge Llewellyn, offering to submit a story on her behalf to the Adelphi. But was this because he had his eye on returning to Taos in spring? And what's more, with a guest, Dorothy Brett, who paints, is deaf, 40, very nice, and daughter of Viscount Esher. But no matter what his mood, he always has time to help people, and writes to Mabel Dodge Llewellyn and Witter Bynner to see if they could put up Curtis Brown's son, who has lung trouble. He would later acknowledge to Robert Mountsier that the reason there seems to be a deadness everywhere, in the people, in everything, and that he felt like he was living under a paving stone of sky, was probably down to the change from the brightness of Mexico.
La cucaracha ya no puede caminar porque no tiene, porque le falta marihuana que fumar.